Say it again. He spits, fingers fisted in my shirt, breath hot with something that isn't just anger. Say you don't need me. The hallway lights flicker. The air tastes metallic, sharp like a coming storm. His shoulder pins me to the lockers, hard enough to bruise. He's stronger, everyone knows that. Smarter. Untouchable. I laugh anyway. It trembles. You talk too much. I grab his collar and pull him down before I can think better of it. His mouth crashes against mine. Heat. Teeth. A flash of static. The world detonates. Blue fire rips outward in a silent shockwave. Glass shatters. Lockers scream against tile. The heat doesn't burn. It hums. Pulses between us. When I open my eyes, his hands are glowing. He's staring at me like I've handed him a loaded weapon. Do that again. His grip tightens, not to shove me away, but to keep me there. Tomorrow he'll start another fight. He always does. And I don't know which terrifies me more. That he needs my kiss to feel powerful, or that he's starting to look at me like he wants it. Welcome to BL Without Labels, where the story isn't defined by words. Stay with the story. Support us. Chapter 1. This is not a love story. Unfortunately. Don't look at me like that. I snap. Kale is standing 3 steps away from me, hands glowing blue again. Glowing. Because I kissed him. What the hell is happening? Let me restart. My name is Riven Arclight. My life was already a disaster before today. I'm average at combat, below average at controlling my temper, and very above average at getting on Kale Veron's nerves. Kale Veron. Top student. Perfect control. Perfect grades. Perfect face. Perfect everything. Except now he gets stronger when I kiss him. I don't know how that became my problem. The courtyard is half destroyed. Smoke rises from the cracked tiles. Students are staring like we just announced a wedding. Kale flexes his fingers. Blue fire snaps in the air. Again, he says. He says it calmly, like he's asking for a pen. Are you insane? I demand. You just blew up a fountain. It was already ugly. That is not the point. He steps closer. The glow gets brighter. Oh no. I take 1 step back. The glow weakens. He freezes. We both notice. We both look at his hands. Then at each other. Silence. You're kidding, I whisper. His jaw tightens. Move closer. No. Riven. Stop saying my name like that. He grabs my wrist. The energy surges instantly. Stronger. Hotter. The air hums. My skin tingles. His eyes widen, not scared. Excited. Oh, that is bad. You're amplifying it, he says quietly. I am not doing anything. I shout. You're the one with the dramatic lightning hands. Students start whispering louder. Someone gasps. One of his fangirls looks like she might faint. Kale doesn't look at them. He's only looking at me. And there's something in his expression I don't like. Need. Not romantic. Not soft. Just raw need. He lets go slowly. The power dims again. His breathing is slightly uneven. Mine is worse. Why you? He mutters. I throw my hands up. I don't know. Did I secretly sign a contract with hell? Is this karma? Is the universe bored? He steps in again suddenly. Instinctively, I grab his collar. The energy spikes. The ground cracks. Don't, I warn. Do it, he says. We are not talking about fighting. My brain short-circuits. Why do you get power from kissing me? I demand. That makes 0 sense. That's not how abilities work. Apparently it is, he replies. I shove him away. The light vanishes. He sways. Actually sways. Like he just lost something important. The courtyard goes very quiet. He looks at me again. Not angry. Not mocking. Focused. Terrified. If you stop, he says slowly, I lose control. I blink. That sounds like a you problem. His mouth twitches. Not quite a smile. Then don't stop. My heart does something stupid in my chest. This is bad. This is worse than bad. Because he hates me. He competes with me. He makes my life miserable. And now he might need me. And I don't know which is worse. That I can make him stronger. Or that when I pulled away, he looked almost afraid I wouldn't come back. Chapter 2. This is definitely a curse. I avoid him the next day. That was the plan. Simple, clean, mature. Avoid Kale. No kissing. No explosions. No mysterious blue apocalypse. Easy. Except he finds me in under 10 minutes. I'm at my locker pretending to care about my schedule when a shadow falls over me. You're running, Kale says. I'm walking quickly in the opposite direction of danger. You are the danger. I slam my locker shut. That is rude and inaccurate. You're the one who turns into a fireworks show. His jaw tightens. He steps closer. The air warms. Oh no, I don't move. Very mature. Very brave. Nothing happens. We both pause. He leans in slightly. A faint blue flicker sparks across his knuckles. My stomach drops. You feel that? He asks quietly. Unfortunately, yes. It's like static before lightning. Like the air right before a storm hits. My skin prickles. My chest feels tight. He exhales slowly. The glow gets stronger. Students in the hallway start staring again. Back up, I whisper. You back up. You're glowing. That's your fault. I did not apply for this position. He grabs my wrist. The power surges instantly. Stronger than yesterday. The lockers rattle. Someone screams. Let go. I hiss, but he doesn't. His breathing changes. Deeper. Rougher. Like he's holding something wild inside him and it's finally stretching. His eyes aren't angry. They're locked on my mouth. Oh, absolutely not. You are not looking at me like that, I say. Like what? Like I'm a battery. He goes still. That hits. Good. I try to pull away. The energy spikes harder. Cracks split across the ceiling. He finally releases me. The glow fades slowly this time like it doesn't want to. Silence hangs between us. Yesterday was unstable, he says, too calm. Today is controlled. You call this controlled? He flexes his fingers. A thin blade of blue light forms. Sharp, steady, precise. It wasn't that clean yesterday. He dismisses it. It vanishes instantly. I'm stronger, he says. My throat goes dry. You trained all night? No. His gaze flickers to my lips again. Understanding slams into me. You're kidding. His silence is answer enough. My brain scrambles through possibilities. This is a delayed reaction? Ask. Like my body marked you or something? Or your power copied something? Or, he interrupts softly, stepping closer again. It's permanent. Permanent. My life was already difficult. Now I might be emotionally linked to the most powerful guy in school. Of course this would happen to me. A group of students passes us. One of them mutters, "They're close lately." Kale's shoulders stiffen. Jealousy flashes in his eyes. Not at them. At me. Like they're looking at something that belongs to him. That's new. That look, I say carefully. You don't get to look at me like that. Like what? Possessive. His expression doesn't change, but the air hums again. Then don't stand so close to other people. I stare at him. Excuse me? He steps forward. I step back. The glow brightens. He stops instantly. It fades. We both breathe at the same time. Slow. Measured. Terrified. If you avoid me, he says quietly, I lose stability. And if I don't avoid you, his eyes darken. I gain it. There's something raw under his calm. Something he's not saying. Something that sounds a lot like need. I swallow. This is messed up. Yes. You hate me. Yes. But you need me. A pause. Then softer. Yes. The hallway feels too small. Too warm. Too charged. I don't know what scares me more. That I can make him powerful. Or that when I almost walked away, he looked like he was about to follow. Chapter 3, Training, apparently. By afternoon, the entire academy knows. Not the kissing part. Just that Kale's power spiked. And somehow I was there. Which means people are staring at me like I secretly swallowed a nuclear reactor. I'm sitting on the edge of the training arena when Kale walks in. The room goes quiet. Of course it does. He doesn't look at anyone else. Just me. I requested a private session, he says. I did not agree to that, I reply. You're here. That doesn't mean I consent to being used as a science project. His mouth twitches. You prefer chaos? I prefer not exploding. The instructor hesitates but leaves anyway. Now it's just us. Big empty arena. Reinforced walls. Observation windows. Way too much space for bad decisions. Kale stands in the center. Calm. Controlled. Come here, he says. Absolutely not. The faintest flicker sparks around his hand. You feel it too, he says quietly. I do. Subtle now. A pull. Like invisible thread between us. Annoying. Unfair. I slide off the bench and walk closer. The air warms with every step. Blue light climbs over his skin. He doesn't look proud. He looks focused. Stop, I say when I'm 3 feet away. The glow steadies. Stronger than yesterday. Cleaner. He lifts his hand. A sharp beam of blue energy shoots across the arena and slices a training dummy in half. Perfect line. No shake. No loss of control. He lowers his hand slowly. The light doesn't flicker out immediately. It lingers. Waiting. For comparison, he says and takes 1 step back. The glow weakens instantly. His jaw tightens. He fires again. The beam wobbles this time. Thinner. Less stable. It cracks against the wall instead of cutting clean. Silence. He steps forward again. Closer to me. The power rises smoothly. Strong. Obedient. My stomach drops. You're sinking, he says. I'm not a Wi-Fi router. His eyes flicker with brief amusement. Then he steps even closer. Now we're too close. The energy hums loud in my ears. It's not wild anymore. Feels tuned. Like it knows me. Like it's responding to my heartbeat. That's enough, I say quickly. He doesn't move. Riven. His voice is lower. Not commanding. Careful. If I lose this control in a real fight, that's still not a reason to look at me like I'm your power source. His gaze sharpens. You are. The words hit harder than the energy. I push at his chest. The glow flares violently. The arena lights flicker. He grabs my wrist automatically. Not aggressive. Instinctive. The power surges, huge, bright, overwhelming, then stabilizes. Perfectly stable. We both freeze. His fingers are tight around my wrist. My pulse is racing under his touch. The energy between us isn't chaotic anymore. It's balanced. Like it needs both of us. Slowly, he lets go. The light stays. Not as strong. But not gone. It doesn't drop completely, he murmurs. I stare at his hands. At the faint glow still lingering. What does that mean? He looks at me again. And this time there's no anger. No rivalry. Just something quiet. If I stay close enough, he says, I don't need to touch you. My throat goes dry. That's not comforting. He steps back deliberately. The glow fades more this time. Not fully, but enough. He watches it dim like someone watching oxygen run low. Then he looks at me. There's frustration there. And something else. Something almost desperate. I don't like depending on anyone, he says. I blink. That's the most honest thing he's ever said to me. Congratulations, I mutter. Neither do I. A beat of silence. Then, do you regret it? He asks suddenly. My brain blanks. Regret what? His eyes drop briefly to my mouth. Then back up. Heat crawls up my neck. That was tactical, I say quickly. You were talking too much. Was it? The faintest hint of a challenge. The energy hums again. Quieter. Deeper. I take a step back. The glow weakens. His expression shifts immediately. That look again. Like I'm walking away with something he needs. My chest tightens. This is dangerous. Not the power. If I stop staying near you, I say slowly, does your control get worse? Yes. And if I disappear? His silence answers faster than words. The glow flickers hard. Unstable. Then steadies when I don't move any farther. I swallow. This isn't just about strength. It's about balance. And right now, he can't hold it alone. I don't know what scares me more, that he needs me to stay close, or that a small, stupid part of me doesn't want to step away. Chapter 4. Don't get used to this. By day 3, it's official. I am his emotional support power supply. We don't talk about it. We just orbit. Same classroom row. Same training slots. Same hallway timing. Not touching. Just close enough. If I move too far, the air shifts. If he drifts too far, the lights flicker. It's subtle, but we both feel it. And I hate that we both pretend we don't. Why are you sitting here? I look up from my lunch. Kale stands across from me, tray in hand. There are 12 empty tables. You know why, he says. I would like you to say it out loud. His jaw tightens. He sits down anyway. The second he does, the faintest blue glow crawls over his fingers under the table. Controlled, quiet, stable. People are staring again. Of course they are. One of the combat girls whispers something to her friend while glaring at me. Kale notices. His shoulders go rigid. The glow sharpens. Relax, I mutter. They're just gossiping. They're looking at you. That is not illegal. His eyes darken slightly. They think you're manipulating me. I blink, then laugh. Manipulating you? You terrorize half the school. They don't know that. That's because you're polite while doing it. He doesn't smile. He leans slightly closer instead. The glow strengthens. I swallow. You're doing it again, I say. Doing what? Looking like you want to set someone on fire. Only if they touch you. Silence. My brain trips. What? His expression doesn't change, but his fingers curl against the table. Blue light pulses once. Low. Possessive. I feel it in my chest. Don't, I say quietly. Don't what? Act like I'm yours. He goes still. The glow flickers uncertainly. For the first time since this started, it wavers without me moving. I didn't say that, he replies. You didn't have to. A long pause. The cafeteria noise feels far away, like we're in our own small, charged space. You don't like it, he says carefully. It's complicated. His eyes narrow slightly. Explain. I push my tray away. You hate me, Kale. You compete with me. You look at me like I'm in your way. That was before. Before what? Before you started charging like a phone when I stand next to you. His mouth twitches despite himself. Then it fades. Before I realized you're not in my way, he says quietly. My heart stutters. I ignore it. Then what am I? He doesn't answer right away. The glow steadies. Soft. Constant. You're the only reason I'm not losing control, he finally says. That shouldn't feel heavy, but it does. Don't depend on me, I say. I don't want to. Then don't. He looks frustrated now. Not angry. Frustrated. You think I enjoy this? He asks. Needing proximity? Measuring distance like it's oxygen. I open my mouth. Close it again. Because I do that too. I notice when he walks into a room. I notice when he leaves. I notice the exact point where the pull starts to fade. And that's worse. Maybe it's temporary, I say. Maybe. But if it's not? He meets my eyes. Steady. Honest. Then I adapt. The glow pulses softly between us. Not explosive. Not violent. Just there. Like something alive. Across the room, someone calls his name. A girl from the advanced squad waves him over. He doesn't look. He doesn't move. Go, I say lightly. Your fan club awaits. His jaw tightens. You want me to? I don't control you. The glow flickers faintly. Uncertain. He stands slowly. Takes one step away. The energy dips. 2 steps. It weakens more. His shoulders tense. He stops. The distance between us feels wrong. Like a stretched wire. He looks back at me. And for the first time, there's no rivalry there. No superiority. Just something raw. If I walk away, he says quietly, will you? I don't answer right away. Because I don't know. The glow dims another fraction. The room feels colder. and I realize something I really don't like. I don't know if I'm staying near him because he needs me, or because I don't want to feel that distance either. Chapter 5. This is not training anymore. I need to test something. That's how he says it. Calm. Neutral. Like we're discussing homework. I'm standing in the empty practice hall again. Late evening. Windows dark. Too quiet. No. I reply immediately. You don't even know what I'm asking. I absolutely do. Kale steps closer anyway. The pull tightens in my chest. His power hums low under his skin. Controlled. Waiting. It's unstable at higher output, he says. Proximity isn't enough anymore. I stare at him. You're kidding. It spikes fastest with direct contact. My stomach drops. Contact, I repeat flatly. His gaze shifts to my mouth. There it is. Not anger. Not desperation. Calculation. You are not turning this into a recharge station. I say. I'm not. You are. He exhales slowly, like I'm being unreasonable. This is efficiency. This is you finding excuses. His jaw tightens. I have a combat assessment next week. So train. I am. With push-ups, Kale. Not my face. The faintest flash of irritation sparks in his eyes. Why are you reacting like this? I laugh once. Sharp. Because you're acting like kissing me is a tactical maneuver. He steps in suddenly. The energy rises instantly. Heat crawls up my neck. Last time, he says quietly, output increased 40%. That is not a normal sentence. His hand lifts like he's going to grab me. I step back. The glow falters. His frustration spikes. Stop retreating, he snaps. Stop advancing. Silence slams between us. The power buzzes unstable now. Thin cracks of blue flickering at his fingertips. Just once, he says lower, to measure the difference. You already measured it. Not properly. I stare at him. Say it clearly. His eyes darken. Fine, he says. Kiss me. The words hit harder than any explosion we've caused. There's no softness in them. No hesitation. Just demand. And that's what flips something inside me. You don't get to ask like that, I say quietly. His brows pull together. Like what? Like I owe you. The glow wavers. For the first time since this started, the power doesn't respond smoothly. Jitters. Sharp. Uneven. You benefit too, he argues. Oh, do I? I step closer on purpose now. The energy spikes between us. Bright. Hungry. But you're the one chasing it. His breathing shifts. I can see it now. He isn't just testing power. He likes the surge. He likes what happens to him when I close the distance. And he's pretending that's not part of it. You think this is about strength? Ask. It is. Then why are you looking at me like that? His composure cracks just slightly. The blue light flares hard around his hands. Unstable. You don't understand, he says. Then explain. A long pause. The air feels tight, pressured. When you pull away, he says quietly, it drops. I know. And when you don't, the energy hums louder. His voice lowers. It feels different. That's new. Different how? I ask before I can stop myself. His gaze flickers down again, then back up. Focused. Intense. Stronger, he says. That's not what he meant. I can tell. And he knows I can tell. He steps forward again. Close enough that I feel the heat of him. The power responds immediately. Bright. Sharp. But not explosive. Contained. Waiting. If this is only about power, I say slowly, then you won't mind if I say no. Silence. The glow trembles. He doesn't move. Doesn't grab me. Doesn't demand. But I see it. The frustration. The want. And that's when I realize something worse than explosions. He isn't just misusing the kiss for strength. He's hiding behind it, using power as an excuse to reach for me. If you kiss me again, I say quietly, don't pretend it's training. His breathing goes uneven. For the first time since this started, he looks unsure. The glow softens, not fading, just shifting. And I don't know which is more dangerous, the power he gets from kissing me, or the fact that next time, he might not be asking for strength at all. Chapter 6. Don't lie to me. The next time he kisses me, he doesn't ask. It happens after sparring. Sweat, heavy breathing, adrenaline still high. I block his strike. He grabs my wrist. We're too close already. The air snaps blue. You're distracted, he says, because you keep staring at my mouth. His grip tightens. The power flares. Unstable. Students are still in the arena. Watching. He doesn't care. That's what scares me. Focus, he says. I am focused on the fact that you're losing control again. I'm not. The lie is obvious. The glow crackles violently up his arm. He pulls me closer and kisses me, hard, not calculated, not measured, desperate. The explosion doesn't happen this time. The energy doesn't burst outward. It folds inward, compresses. The blue light wraps around us instead of tearing the room apart. A tight, contained storm. Gasps echo around the arena. Someone drops a weapon. When he pulls back, his eyes are bright. Not wild. Clear. Stable. Too stable. There, he says softly. Like that proves something. My lips are still tingling. My heart is racing for reasons I refuse to examine. That wasn't training, I say. His jaw flexes. You were destabilizing. So you solved it with my face? It worked. People are staring openly now. Whispers spreading fast. One of the advanced squad girls looks furious. Kale notices. His arm shifts slightly in front of me. Protective. Possessive. The glow hums low in his veins. You like this? I say quietly. Like what? The control. The excuse. His eyes sharpen. I don't need an excuse. Then say it. Silence. The energy flickers uncertainly. Say you wanted to kiss me. I push. His breathing shifts. He doesn't look away. But he doesn't say it either. That tells me enough. I step back. The glow dips. He stiffens instantly. Not dramatic. Just a subtle, involuntary reaction. You see, I whisper. You're not chasing power anymore. You're chasing this. The distance between us stretches thin. His control trembles at the edges. If I stop, I say, what happens? The blue light wavers harder. His jaw tightens. I recalibrate, he says. That's not what I asked. The arena feels too small, too aware. Don't make this into something else, he says. I laugh softly. You already did, because now everyone thinks we're tangled together. Now everyone sees the way he looks at me. Now every fight, every training session, every hallway glance means something different. And he started it. He steps forward again, not touching, just close enough to steady himself. The glow smooths out immediately, effortless, like my presence is oxygen. His voice drops lower. You didn't pull away. My pulse jumps. That's not the point. It is to me. There it is. Not power, not strategy. Me. And that is far more dangerous. If you keep using kissing as a fix, I say quietly, one day I'm not going to let you. The glow flickers, a crack in perfect control. His eyes search mine. And if I don't want to stop? He asks. The question hangs between us. Not about power, not about training, about want. The blue light hums softly around his hands. Steady, because I'm still standing here. And I don't know what scares me more, that he's starting to admit he wants me, or that I didn't step away when he kissed me back. Chapter 7, Withdrawal. I don't show up the next morning. No training. No cafeteria orbiting. No standing accidentally within 3 feet of him. If he wants control, he can find it without my mouth. Petty? Yes. Necessary? Also yes. By noon, the academy feels off. The air is heavier, tense. Whispers travel faster than usual. He snapped at Instructor Hale. He shattered a target wall. He looks tired. Good, I think. Then I immediately hate that I think that. I'm at the far end of the library when the temperature shifts. Not hot, cold. The hairs on my arms rise. A quiet hum vibrates through the floor. Damn it. I don't look up. Footsteps stop across from my table. You're avoiding me. I keep reading. You're observant. Silence. The hum under the floor sharpens. Still controlled, but thinner than usual. You missed training, he says. I didn't realize attendance required kissing now. His jaw tightens. I can feel it without looking. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. The air flickers faint blue at the edges of my vision. Unstable. I finally look up. He looks fine at first glance. Perfect posture. Calm face. But his hands, the glow around them is uneven. It's not responding smoothly. It's stuttering. You're overextending. I say quietly. I'm managing. That looks like managing? It's temporary. I close my book. Why are you here, Kale? A beat. Then, honest and sharp. Because it's worse when you're far. The words land heavier than I expect. Not dramatic. Just true. I stand slowly. The distance between us shrinks by one step. The glow steadies slightly. He exhales without meaning to. And that tiny, unconscious relief makes something twist in my chest. You hate depending on me? I remind him. I do. Then fix it. I'm trying. The hum spikes suddenly. A crack runs along one of the library windows. Students gasp. He clenches his fists. The energy flares brighter, jagged, strained. It's not about strength anymore. It's about balance. You're pushing it on purpose. I accuse. No. Yes. You want me to step closer. His silence is answer enough. I take one deliberate step forward. The glow smooths instantly, like someone turned a dial. The pressure in the room eases. The cracked glass stops spreading. His shoulders lower slightly. There it is again. Relief. And something softer. This isn't fair, I say quietly. I know. You don't get to fall apart just to pull me back. His eyes flash. I'm not falling apart. You are when I leave. The words hang there. Too real. He doesn't deny it this time. Instead, he steps closer. Careful. Not grabbing. Not demanding. Just closing the space. The energy settles into a low, steady hum between us. Calm. Controlled. Dependent. You think I like this? He asks softly. No. But I don't like you being gone either. That wasn't about power. That was about me. My pulse stumbles. Those are different things, I say. Are they? The library is very quiet now. Everyone pretending not to watch. If he kisses me here, it won't be about control. It won't be about training. It will be a choice. He doesn't move to close the final inch. He waits. And that might be worse. If I keep stepping away, I ask quietly, will you learn to stand without me? His gaze doesn't waver. Eventually. And until then, the glow pulses once. Soft. Alive. Don't disappear, he says. Not an order. Not a demand. Almost a request. And I don't know which scares me more, that he can't hold his power without me, or that when I tried to prove I could leave, I kept listening for his footsteps anyway. Chapter 8. Not a fix. I make a decision. No more reaction kisses. No more panic control. No more letting him crash into me just because his power shakes. If this thing between us is real, it needs rules. If it's not, then I need distance. We're back in the training hall after classes. Empty again. Too familiar. Kale stands across from me, energy humming low under his skin. Stable right now. Because I'm here. I don't want to be your emergency button, I say. He watches me carefully. You're not. I am. Every time you lose control, you grab me. A pause. He doesn't deny it. That won't happen again, he says. That's easy to say. His jaw tightens slightly. Test me. So I do. I step back. One step. The glow dims but doesn't break. 2 steps. It flickers faintly. His breathing changes. But he doesn't move toward me. Good. 3 steps. The hum strains at the edges. Blue light trembles along his hands. His fingers curl like he wants to reach. He doesn't. The air feels tight, like a held breath. You're shaking. I say quietly. I'm holding it. For how long? As long as I need to. His voice is steady, but the light isn't. I hate that I notice the effort. I hate that I feel it too, like a stretched thread pulling at my chest. You don't have to prove anything, I say. I do, he replies instantly. Why? The glow falters harder. He swallows once. Because if the only reason you stay near me is this. He lifts his glowing hand slightly. Then I don't want it. That stops me. The energy crackles weakly between us. You're the one who kept using it, I say. I know. The admission is quiet, heavy. I told myself it was strategy, he continues. Efficiency, control. And it stopped feeling like that. The glow dips again. Thinner now, unsteady. He's really holding back. Not reaching, not asking, just standing there and letting it strain. You could come closer, he says, but there's no demand in it. Just fact. I could. I agree. But I want to see if you can stand without me. His eyes don't leave mine. The blue light flickers violently once, then stabilizes. Not strong, not impressive, but stable. He exhales slowly. There, he says. The hum settles into something quieter, less dependent, more his. I step one pace closer. The energy strengthens slightly, but it doesn't spike. It blends. Smooth, balanced, different. You feel that? He asks softly. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a surge anymore. Feels like alignment. Not him pulling from me, not me triggering him, just something shared. If I kiss you now, he says, voice lower, it won't be to fix anything. The space between us feels fragile, charged, but calm. Then why would you? Ask. His gaze drops briefly to my mouth, then back to my eyes. Because I want to. Simple. No power talk. No training excuse. Just that. My heart beats louder than the hum in the air. That's a better reason, I admit. He doesn't move. He waits. Again. And this time, the waiting feels important. Like he's giving me the choice instead of taking it. The blue glow rests quietly along his hands. Steady. Not desperate. Not hungry. Just there. I step forward until there's barely space between us. The energy warms, but it doesn't flare. Feels safe. If you lose control, I murmur, I'm walking away. I won't. You're very confident. I'm very aware. His voice softens. Of you. The air hums low around us. No cracks in the walls. No shattered glass. No audience. Just him. Just me. And something new forming between the space where power used to explode. I don't know if this is better or worse, but when he leans in this time, it isn't because he needs strength. It's because he's choosing me. And that changes everything. Chapter 9, when it's not about power. It doesn't explode. That's the first thing I notice. When he kisses me this time, the world doesn't crack open. No shattered glass. No blue fire screaming across the ceiling. Just warmth. His hand rests at my waist like he's afraid to grip too hard. Like he's learning restraint in real time. The energy hums low under his skin. Steady. Not hungry. Not pulling. Just there. When he pulls back, his forehead almost touches mine. The glow along his fingers is faint. Controlled. Mine. His. I don't know. That didn't spike. I say softly. I know. You're not stronger. His mouth tilts slightly. I'm aware. I swallow. Then why do I still feel like something shifted? He doesn't answer right away. Instead, he studies me like I'm the unstable variable now. Because it wasn't about output, he says quietly. The air between us feels different. Less sharp. More charged in a way that has nothing to do with combat. I step back deliberately. Just one step. The glow weakens, but it doesn't tremble. He doesn't sway. He doesn't chase. He just watches me. You're holding fine, I say. Yes. And if I walk farther? You can. There's something solid in his voice. Not challenge. Trust. So I take another step back. The pull stretches thin, but it doesn't snap. His power stays steady. The hum lowers to a quiet vibration. He's doing it on his own. That should make me feel relieved. Instead, something unsettled coils in my chest. So you don't need me anymore, I say lightly. It's supposed to sound like a joke. It doesn't. His eyes narrow slightly. That's not what this is. Isn't it? The space between us feels bigger now. Colder. He steps forward, not because he has to, because he wants to. The glow strengthens smoothly. No search, just alignment. I don't need you to control my power, he says. Okay. I want you here anyway. That hits harder than any explosion we've caused. I look away first, because that's easier. Across the hall, two students are pretending not to stare. One whispers something about us being official. Kale notices. The glow sharpens faintly. Jealousy. Subtle now, but I recognize it. You care too much what they think, I mutter. I don't. You do when they look at me. His jaw tightens. He doesn't deny that either. I exhale slowly. This is going to get worse. Let it. That's easy for you to say. You're the golden one. And you think that makes this easier? The energy dips slightly, not unstable. Just reactive. You think I don't hear it? He continues. That you're using me. That I've lost focus. That you're distracting me. My stomach twists. They blame me, I say. They blame you because they can't understand it. And you can. He steps closer again. Not touching. Just within that invisible line where the hum turns warm. I understand that when you leave I notice, he says. I notice too. I admit before I can stop myself. Silence falls between us. Not heavy, just honest. If this wasn't about power, I say slowly, would you still have kissed me that first day? His expression shifts. Less guarded. More vulnerable than I've ever seen. Yes. The answer is immediate. No hesitation. No calculation. And that scares me more than any blue fire. Even if nothing happened, I press. Even then, my heart trips over itself. Because that means the explosion was never the reason. It was the excuse. The power just made it louder. The hum between us softens into something almost calm. I step closer again. Not because he needs it. Because I do. The glow brightens gently. Balanced. Equal. If you ever use it as an excuse again, I warn quietly, I'm walking. I won't. And if I get jealous? His brow lifts slightly. You. Answer the question. A faint smirk touches his mouth. Then I'll step closer. The energy warms around us. Not violent. Not desperate. Just shared. I don't know when rivalry turned into this. When competition shifted into something that feels a lot like choosing each other. But I do know this. The next time he kisses me, it won't be to gain strength. It won't be to stabilize. It won't be to prove anything. It will be because he wants me. And the dangerous part? I'm starting to want him back. Chapter 10. The part where it gets complicated. The rumors mutate by morning. We're secretly bonded. We're power-linked. We made some forbidden pact. We're dating. We're fighting. We're both. No one knows. Which means everyone talks. I pretend I don't care. Kale pretends better. We're walking down the main corridor when someone says it loud enough for us to hear. So that's how he stays on top. I stop. Kale doesn't. I grab his sleeve before I even think about it. The air hums faintly. Not violent. Just reactive. What did you just say? Ask. The guy smirks. Relax. We all know you're his little power trick. Little power trick. The words hit harder than they should. Before I can respond, the temperature drops. Kale's hand lifts slightly. Blue light coils around his fingers. Sharp. Focused. Dangerous. Don't, I say quickly. He doesn't look at me. He's implying you're manipulating me. Kale replies, voice calm in a way that isn't calm at all. I don't need you to defend me. I know. The glow brightens. Students back away. The air tightens. If you throw energy at him, I say quietly, they'll only believe it more. His jaw flexes. The power pulses once. hard enough to crack the tile beneath his shoe. Control is still there, but it's strained. Not from distance, from anger. Kale, I say softly. He finally looks at me. The blue light reflects in his eyes. And beneath the irritation, beneath the pride, there's hurt. That surprises me. They think you're using me, he says. They think you're weak because of me. I correct. Silence. The energy flickers unevenly. He doesn't want that narrative. He doesn't want me blamed. And he definitely doesn't want to look compromised. You don't owe me reputation management, I tell him. His voice lowers. You're not a weakness. The hallway goes quiet. No explosion. No spectacle. Just that sentence hanging there. The glow softens slightly. Still bright, but no longer aimed. If I step away right now, I say carefully, can you hold it? His eyes don't leave mine. Yes. Even if they're watching? Yes. I slowly release his sleeve. The distance between us widens by inches. The hum dips, but it stays steady. He lowers his hand. The blue light thins into nothing. No flare, no crack, just control. The guy who made the comment looks uncomfortable now. Not because of power, because of silence. Kale steps back beside me, close enough that the warmth returns. But he doesn't touch me, doesn't reach, doesn't kiss. Not here, not to prove anything. Next time, I murmur, let me answer. His expression shifts slightly. You would have started a fight. Probably. A faint, almost smile touches his mouth. I prefer cleaner methods. That's because you're dramatic. I'm efficient. You shattered a fountain. It was ugly. I snort despite myself. The tension eases. The corridor noise slowly returns. As we walk, our shoulders almost brush. The hum between us is soft. Equal. Not dependent. Not desperate. But not ignorable either. You were angry, I say after a moment. Yes. Because they insulted you? No. I glance at him. He's looking straight ahead. They reduced you to a function, he says quietly. My chest tightens. That doesn't bother me. It bothers me. The words land gently, heavy in a different way. We reach the stairwell. Empty. Quiet. He stops walking. I stop too. You don't have to fight for me, I say. I'm not fighting. Then what are you doing? He looks at me fully now. No crowd. No witnesses. The air hums faintly between us. Choosing, he says. The simplicity of it makes my pulse jump. He steps closer. Not urgent. Not unstable. Just deliberate. If he kisses me now, it won't be for power. It won't be for control. It won't be to prove anyone wrong. It will be because he doesn't want to let the narrative define us. And that's new. I swallow. This is going to get messy, I warn. Yes. People will talk. Yes. Your reputation is mine to manage. His hand lifts slightly, not glowing, just there, waiting. I don't want to be your advantage, I say. You're not. Then what am I? He doesn't hesitate this time. Mine. The word is quiet, not possessive, not claiming, just certain. And that certainty, that might be the most dangerous shift of all. Chapter 11. When it breaks. The attack happens during assessment. Of course it does. Full arena. Faculty watching. Students packed into the stands like it's a festival instead of a combat evaluation. Kale stands in the center circle. Controlled. Focused. Untouchable. I'm in the observation row this time. On purpose. Distance test. No orbiting. No silent sinking. If he's stable, he should be stable anywhere. The bell sounds. His opponent moves first. Fast. Aggressive. Smart enough to know Kale's reputation. Energy flashes blue as Kale counters. Clean. Precise. Sharp. The crowd cheers. He doesn't look at me. Good. Halfway through the match, something shifts. It's small. Wrong. The air pressure drops. Not because of him. Because of something else. A ripple moves across the arena barrier. The protective field flickers. Once. Twice. Then shatters. The sound is like glass tearing through metal. Screams erupt in the stands. A pulse of distorted energy slams into the arena floor. Not blue. Not anything I recognize. Kale spins toward it instantly. His power flares in response. Bright. Protective. Angry. Get back! Someone shouts. Too late. The foreign energy lashes toward the stands. Toward me. Kale sees it. And for the first time since this started, he doesn't measure distance. He doesn't test control. He doesn't think. He moves. The blue light detonates outward in a shield. Collides with the incoming strike midair. The impact shakes the entire structure. I'm thrown back against the railing. My ears ring. Smoke fills the air. When I look up, Kale is on one knee. The shield held, but barely. The foreign energy presses against his barrier like it's trying to tear through him. He's holding it alone. And it's not enough. I feel it before I decide. That pull. That thread. That alignment. He doesn't look at me, but I know he feels it too. Don't, he grits out. Too late. I jump the railing. Land hard inside the arena. The distance closes fast. The hum spikes. The second I step within reach, the blue light changes. It doesn't just strengthen. It shifts, deepens. The barrier stabilizes instantly. The foreign energy fractures under the pressure. Shatters. Silence slams down. Smoke clears slowly. The threat is gone. The arena is wrecked. Kale is still kneeling. But now, the blue light isn't just around him. It's around both of us. Mirrored. Identical. The faculty are staring. The students are silent. And Kale is looking at me like he just realized something terrifying. That wasn't just mine, he says. I look down at my hands. They're glowing too. Chapter 12. Not separate. They move us to a sealed chamber. Faculty. Directors. Too many serious faces. Tests. Questions. Scans. The conclusion is quiet. Unavoidable. It's a shared core, one of them says. Impossible, another whispers. It's rare, the head director corrects. But not impossible. I look at Kale. He looks back at me. Calm on the surface. Storm underneath. Explain it clearly, I say. The director folds her hands. His power was never amplifying from you. It was resonating. Difference? Kale asks. You're not fueling him, she says. You're synchronized. Two channels of the same source. The room feels too small. That means, I press. She meets my eyes. If one of you destabilizes, the other feels it. I swallow. And if one of us, she doesn't let me finish. It would severely damage the other. Silence drops like a weight. Not metaphorical. Real. Heavy. This isn't about proximity anymore. It isn't about kissing. It isn't about control. It's about connection at the core. They dismiss us after that. Too much uncertainty. Too many implications. We walk out into the empty corridor alone. No students. No noise. Just us. The hum between us is different now. Not reactive. Constant. Like a heartbeat that exists in stereo. You knew, I say quietly. No. You felt it. Yes. We stop walking. You jumped without thinking, he says. So did you. He exhales slowly. If that strike had hit you. It didn't. That's not the point. I step closer. The glow warms. Not explosive. Not unstable. Just whole. We're not a weakness, I say. No. We're not a glitch. No. We're not temporary. His gaze sharpens slightly at that. No. Silence stretches between us. Not tense. Just aware. If we fight, I ask quietly, does it fracture? He considers that. Probably. If we separate, it strains. And if one of us leaves, his jaw tightens. It won't be clean. There it is. The real stake. Not reputation. Not rivalry. Not academy politics. Bound in a way neither of us chose, but both of us stepped into. I reach for him this time, not because he's unstable, not because I am, but because I want to. The blue light rises gently around our hands when they touch. Balanced. equal, alive. We don't get to run from this, I say. No. Good. A faint, real smile touches his mouth. Not competitive. Not guarded. Just his. Then stay, he says. It isn't a command. It isn't desperation. It's choice. The hum settles into something steady between us. Not two separate currents. Not one overpowering the other. Aligned. And for the first time since the explosion, it doesn't feel like chaos. It feels like something we're building on purpose. Not because we need to, but because we want to. If you love this story, subscribe BL Without Labels channel for more stories. Press BL icon for immediate notifications. Like the video, comment your thoughts.